Hey, hi everyone. In this video, we are going to solve the Leetcode problem of the day, and the problem is minimum operation to make array values equal to k. Well, the problem description is very confusing, so let me take you to the drawing pad and let me first explain you what the problem is all about. I am going to clearly explain you what this problem is all about. You need to find out the minimum operations which you need to make all your array values equal to a given value k. The input is we have been given an array of integers and a value k, another array of integers and a value k, and another array of integers and a value k. So total we have three examples. The output for the example number 1 is 2, for example number 2 it is -1, and for example number 3 it is 4. Now how is this output 2, -1 or 4? It depends upon the task. So let us first try to understand what the task is all about. The first task is to make sure that all the elements in our given array is equal to k. For example, if the value of k is equal to 2, then you have to make all these elements equal to 2. So right now it is 5, 2, 5, 4 and 5. This is already 2. You have to make other elements equal to 2. That is the task all about. Okay. Now how can you make the elements equal to 2 or equal to any given k? It depends upon the operation. So you need to perform some operation for this. Now what is that operation? See, in the problem it is given in some different words and that is very confusing. Let me try to put it into these words and let me try to explain you. In each operation, what you need to do is you need to choose two values. Let us say the first value is v1 and the second value is v2. So the first value v1 will be coming from the array. So if this is your array 5, 2, 5, 4 and 5, then the value v1 which you will choose has to be 5, 2, 5, 4 or 5. The next value is v2. You have to choose another value because we need to choose two values. The value v2 will always be less than v1. Okay, it should be less than v1 and this is very important to understand. You need to choose v1 and v2 where v2 should be less than v1. And what you need to do is you will need to make your given v1 equal to v2. There is one more very important condition and I will come to it. First of all, let us try to choose two values. Now let us choose the value v1 which should be from the array. So let us choose 5. So 5 is v1 and v2 can be anything which is less than 5. For example 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let us try to choose 3. Okay, now is this 3 valid or not? It depends upon this condition and we will come to it, but let us for now try to choose it as 3. So v1 is equal to 5 and let us say v2 is equal to 3. So what you need to do is you need to make all your v1 equal to v2, that is convert the v1 into v2. So now your 5, 5 and 5 all will be equal to 3, 3 and 3, and that is all you can do. You can choose two values v1 and v2 and you can convert the bigger value which is v1 to the smaller value which is v2. But there is another condition and this will not allow us to choose the value of v2 as 3 because it says that all the values which are greater than v2 has to be equal. Okay, so now this is another condition on choosing a value of v2, that is whatever value you are choosing for v2, then all the values in our given array which are greater than v2 should be equal. So for example, v1 is 5, v2 is 3, right? v2 is 3 means all the values in our given array which is greater than 3 should be equal. So what are the different values which are greater than 3? It is 5, 5, 4 and 5. So right now you can see this 4 and this 5, these values are different. Okay, but all the values which are greater than v2 has to be equal. In the problem they are referring this v2 as h. Okay, so all the values which you are choosing which is greater than v2 or h has to be equal. So now what's the value of v1 you want to choose? If we choose the value of v1 as 4, let us say we choose the value as 4, then v2 has to be less than 4, so it has to be something like 3. Still it is not valid because right now if v2 is 3 and all the values greater than v2 is 5, 4, 5 and 5, then again we are doing something wrong because the values greater than v2 are not same. So from this we got the understanding that the value of v1 always need to be the maximum value in our array at the current time. So now I will try to make you understand how can you choose the valid values. Before that, let me tell you one important thing, that what we need to return. We need to return the minimized or the minimum number of operations we need to perform. Well, what do we need to achieve? We need to make all the elements in our array equal to k. If we are able to make all the elements equal to k, then the output will be 2, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. But if we are not able to make all the elements in our array equal to k, then we will return -1. Now let us first discuss on this one, -1. When will this be -1? See, after we have read this particular task, we can say that we can only decrease a value and we can never increase a value. And the reason is we are choosing two values, right? v1 and v2. v1 has to be more than v2, right? So v1 is more than v2 and we are converting this v1 into v2. That is, we are decreasing a value in every operation. We are never increasing a value. And if this is true, right, then we can only decrease a value and we can never increase a value. So right now you can see this is -1, and the reason is you have to make all your array elements equal to 1. And I think there is a mistake. The value of k will be 2. So in the given question, the value of k is 2 for the example number 2. So right now the output will be -1. And what is the reason of that? See, we need to make all the elements equal to k, which is 2. And what are our current elements? 2, 1 and 2. And now we know that we can only decrease a value, we can never increase a value, right? So if in the given array, any value which is less than k cannot be equal to k, right? We cannot make this 1 equal to 2 because we can never increase a value. And if we can never increase a value, it means that we can never be able to make all the elements in this particular given input as 2. And so the output will be -1. And the simple condition for this can be, if the minimum value of the given array is less than k, then we can directly return -1. If the value of k is 3, and even if we change this 1 to 2, still this will be -1 because we want to make all the elements equal to 3, but the values are 2, 2 and 2, and we cannot increase a value. So simply you can just find what is the minimum of your given array. If it is less than k, it means we cannot make all the elements in our array equal to k. So this is going to be the case for -1. So let us now focus on the positive cases where we are able to make all the elements in the array equal to k. Now think about this. All the logic, all the thought process is only on choosing the two different values, okay? Now in the example number 1 or in the example number 3 or in any example where you can perform the operation, the value of v1 is fixed in every operation. What is that value? It should be the maximum value in your array. Now if the value of v1 is 5, then what can be the value of v2? See, the value of v2 can be 4, 3, 2, 1, right? But we know that we cannot choose 3, 2 and 1 as well. And the reason for this is all values greater than our given value v2 should be equal. So from here we can say that if the value of v1 is 5, then the value of v2 should be the second highest number, that is 4. So we choose the second highest number 4 and make all the v1 as 4. So now this is 4, this is 4 and this will be 4. And once we do it, we are performing one operation, okay? So we have performed one operation and still not all the elements in the array is equal, right? Then what we can do the same task again. We can choose the value of v1 as the highest value, which is 4. And now the question is, what is the value of v2 you want to choose? It can be 3 and 2. It cannot be 1 because the other value in your array 2 is also greater than 1 and it is not equal to the chosen value v1. Now, do you want to choose 3 or do you want to choose 2? What is our task? That's more important to understand. We have to make all the elements in our array equal to k, right? That is, we need to make sure that all the elements in our array is converging towards k. So now if we choose the value of v2 as 3, then we have to make it 3, right? So this will be 3, 3, 3 and this will be 3. And again then we have to perform an operation to choose the value as 3 and make it 2, right? But we have to minimize the number of operations, right? So instead of choosing the value as 3, if we are able to choose the value as 2, then that is much better. What we can do is we will choose the value as 2 and we will make all the 4 as 2, 2, 2 and this will be 2, right? We need to convert the v1 to v2. So now all the array elements are equal to the given value k. How many operations did you have to perform? 2 operations, right? One we performed by making 5 as 4 and other we performed by making 4 as 2. Now this is how you can do it, okay? In the second example as well, you can see the highest value is 9, right? So we can choose this 9 and make it the second highest value, which is 7, okay? Then we can choose the highest value again, which is 7 and make the 7 as 5, the second highest value. Choose the next highest value, which is 5 and make all the 5 equal to the next highest value, which is 3. Choose 3 and make it 1, that is the k, right? So we have to perform total of 1, 2, 3 and 4 operations and the output is 4. And now we know the logic, how can we perform it? But in the problem, we just need to return the operations, minimum number of operations which we need to perform to make our array equal to k. And we can understand this using this particular example 1. How can we solve this problem in a very optimal way? So let me show you again. If this is a given input and the value of k is equal to 2, then what you need to do is you need to make all of this equal to 2, right? Now we know that we have to choose the maximum number every time and make it the second maximum number. Then again choose the maximum number and make it the next maximum number till we are able to make k equal to 2, right? So from here we can draw a very important thing, that we just care about the unique numbers, okay? If there are 5 multiple times, we don't care about it. We just care about the unique numbers, okay? So this will change from 5 to 5, 4, 5 to just 5, 2 and 4, okay? Now choose the maximum, make it 4. Now choose 4 and make it 2. So we are performing total 2 operation, right? And let me take one more input. What if the value of k is equal to 1? Now here what you can understand is, if the value of k is 2, the output is going to be 2. And if the value of k is 1, the output is going to be 3. I will tell you why. First of all, you just need to worry about the unique numbers, right? Don't need to worry about all the numbers. So these are the unique numbers 5, 2 and 4 for this given input. We choose the highest and make it 4, the next maximum number. We choose the next highest and make it 2, that is the next maximum number. And since 2 is equal to the k, we can say we have performed 2 operations. But in case the value of k is 1, we need to perform one more operation by choosing this 2 as the highest number and making it k, right? That's the third operation. From here we can say that we just need to find all the unique numbers which are greater than the given value k, right? So right now k is 2, so we have 1 and 2 values which are greater than k, and that's the number of operation you need to perform. And if the value of k is equal to 1, these are your values, and you just need to convert the 5 to 4, 4 to 2 and 2 to 1. That is, all these three values are greater than 1, hence you need to convert all these three values. So basically you need to find all the unique numbers in your array which are greater than your given k, and that is going to be your number of operations, which is minimum. So now that we know about the question and about the approach to solve this particular problem, let me go back to the code editor and try to solve it using Python. First of all, we need to check for the condition when the output can be -1. So if the minimum number in our given array is less than k, then the output is going to be -1, right? And now if we are at this particular stage, it means the output is not going to be -1. Then what is that output going to be? We need to find all the unique elements in our array. So for that we can say set of nums. But there is one more condition. We need to find all the unique numbers in our array nums which are greater than k. So let me use list comprehension. I can say num for num in nums only if the value of num is more than k. Now the number of unique elements which you will get here, that is going to be your output. So we can say return the length of this set, and that is going to be your output. And that's all about the solution for this particular problem. You can just submit this particular code and you will see that all the test cases are passed, and the solution is pretty efficient as well. It is O of n as a time complexity and O of n as a space complexity. And that is the best we can do for this particular problem. So that's it for this video, guys. If you liked the explanation of this problem and the explanation of the approach and the solution as well, then make sure that you hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel as of now, then make sure that you subscribe to my channel as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this video, guys.